Good day. A lot of people might wonder why I'm exposing myself with all of these videos. And I'm speaking all of these things that are likely not so good for my business, and they're probably not so good for, relationships and such. And yes, you can be a lot better at business if you're able to not speak your truth. But the opposite of truth is going towards lies. And I need to stay in my truth. And if that means I'll give up a few clients that won't use my product because of a certain way I think, or an idea that I carry, or something that I think is true that they don't have the courage to confront me upon to let me know it's not, then so be it. There's a saying that we need to separate the wheat from the chaff. And I think that in this situation and in these times, the reapers are here. The reapers being the angels, and they're reaping the harvest, and they're separating the wheat from the chaff. And if you have an angel above you and you're trying to use the consciousness of Archangel Michael or the consciousness of Christ, which is the truth, then you're going to be separated from the chaff, and the truth separates you from that. So I don't call myself any religion in any way. I'm not Christian, I'm not Catholic, I'm not Muslim, I'm not Buddhist. Yet I'm all of those things also. The one thing that ties all those together is one word that I will call my religion, and I'm religious about truth. And so in this situation, I have to speak my truth. And I know people are going to run away. And I also know that this is part of how this works. I'll read you a verse from the Bible that talks about this right here. This is Matthew 13:30, the King James Version. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest, I will say to the reaper, gather ye together first the tares, which are the evil doctrines and those who spread them, and blind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Grab the people that are the good people and protect them from the fires. So we have to know that these ideas and these doctrines that are going around that people are possessed by, if they look me in the eye and I'm speaking truth to them and they run the other way, that means they're not ready to have that demon killed off in them. They're not ready for God to take out the chaff out of them. So this is a perfect way for people to separate themselves from me with their own actions. So I'm always going to keep speaking my truth. I'm never going to edit what I have to say. And if people think that I can bring my truth to a higher truth, please comment down below instead of just judging me on what I've said without maybe understanding it better. I'll read another verse. This is Psalms chapter 1-6. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. He shall be like a tree planted by the river of water, that brings forth its fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff, which the wind drives away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. And so for us to live godly and live by these laws of the Lord, they are based in truth. And that truth is the wind that will blow the chaff away. Some may get rid of the chaff in themselves and come back to you. And I see, though, that in these times, when things are at the last hour, I suggest we have to be very truthful and know that this is the time of the reaping, and we're going to reap what we sow. And this is the great judgment for that. And if you want to be a part of the great judgment and be part of that truth that brings us to this golden age we're going into, then you have to separate the wheat from the chaff. So all of those people out there that think I'm exposing myself and think that I'm separating myself from my family and such, remember, this is what the Lord wants of me. He does not want me to speak for outcome. He wants me to speak for truth. And if people cannot be around me because I speak this kind of truth, then so be it. That is their choice. And I'd rather know that people aren't solid than waiting until something happens and then finding out they're not solid. So I suggest everybody lives for truth and starts to speak for the Lord and for love and for truth rather than for outcome. Much love and God bless.